right, let's dive into a skill that can literally change your life, negotiation. And no, we're not talking about slick tactics or trying to have a power pose. We're going to get to the heart of it, the one thing that really determines if you win or lose before you even walk in the room: setting your goals. Yeah, this is straight out of Sun Tzu's The Art of War. And look, I know it's ancient, but this idea is absolutely critical for any negotiation you'll ever have. It's really simple. If you don't know what winning looks like, how are you ever going to get there?
Because you gotta understand, a negotiation isn't just a casual chat. Nope, it's a strategic encounter. And your success, it's often decided way before you even shake hands.
But here's the thing, right? So many of us jump into these moments totally unprepared. We might think, oh, I just want a good deal. But what does that even mean? Without defining that, you're basically just walking in blind.
I mean, it really all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? If you don't know what you want, how on earth can you expect to get it? Think about it. You'd never go to a travel agent and say, I want to go somewhere nice, and just hope for the best. It's the exact same thing here.
When you don't have a clear goal, you're not leading the conversation. The conversation leads you. And you can bet the other person, who's probably done their homework, is going to set the agenda. You just end up playing defense, reacting to their demands instead of pushing for what you actually want. So how do you flip that? How do you take back control? Well, it all comes down to asking yourself one super simple but really powerful question before anything starts. This is the move that shifts the power right back into your hands.
The most critical moment is right here. Before a single word is said, before the meeting even starts, you just have to pause and get really, really clear on one thing. And this is it. What is my objective? That's the question. See, this forces you to go from a vague want to a very specific strategic target. And that objective, that becomes your compass for every single move you make from here on out.
Okay, so what does a real, concrete objective actually look like? Well, it's all about getting super specific on what actually matters.
Your objective is all about your priorities. You have to ask yourself, is getting the absolute rock bottom price the number one thing? Or would you maybe pay a little more if it means you get it delivered way faster? Maybe flexible payment terms are actually the most valuable thing for you. The key is knowing what you're willing to trade, because you can't win on every single point. You have to know which battles matter. This is where you lock in 3 numbers: your dream outcome, your totally acceptable middle ground, and, this is the big one, your absolute no questions asked walkaway point.
Because if you don't set those priorities, you are going to get pulled in a million different directions. You'll find yourself arguing over tiny details and completely lose sight of the big prize. A clear objective is your map. It keeps you focused on what really, truly counts.
Now, once you've done this prep work, everything changes. You're not just some participant anymore. You walk into that room as a strategist, totally ready to execute your plan. This right here is your biggest advantage. Just giving yourself the time to really think through what you need, trust me, that mental prep is way more powerful than any clever trick you can pull at the table. And then you commit to those goals. Seriously, write them down. Get crystal clear on your dream result, your acceptable result, and that hard line you will not cross. That simple framework, that's your shield and your guide through the whole thing.
So the next time you're heading into a negotiation, just remember this. The real power isn't in what you say when you're there. It's in the work you do before you even sit down. You've got the framework, you know the key question to ask. Now you're the strategist. So what's your move?